Hey folks, and welcome back to The Untold Truth. We are back at it again with another intellectual artist in the motherfucking building. He go by the name of Sense.
Yo, what's poppin'?
Part of the game. To feel joy, you gotta see through the pain. To shine gold, you gotta go through the flame. I know you know what I'm saying. A little struggle can't embolden the name, so don't run away. This could be my last days on my best, so I can't let the fear of what can happen, so the best flow. I can't understand why niggas hate, don't even guess, bro. Focus on the fan, they just encourage me to let go. I don't know nobody, niggas save me. I don't know nobody, no. I don't know nobody. No, I don't know nobody.
Sense, how are you?
I'm chilling. Yo, what you saying? Having a good time? Good
Yo,
night?
you're in the motherfucking building. Do you know what the fuck that means? First of all,
I think
Sense,
it's about to turn up.
I haven't known Sense for a very long time. But from the time that I've known Sense, Sense is a very intellectual person. Like, I feel like conversations that we have is so in-depth. Like, he doesn't half-ass no conversation. Like, you ask this nigga a question, he's gonna break it down to you. He's gonna break it down. Like, he will tell you. Like, you ask this guy, yo, what color is the sky? The sky is blue, but technically it's not that blue. It's like this kind of blue because of this and that and this. And, like, folks like that, I just love. Like, I really connect with. But Sense, for those of the viewers who don't know who you are, why don't you give us a little intro? Who's Sense?
Sense is a bag of mistakes and life, the experience of life, man. Just like trying to figure things out. My journey has been a unique one. It's been very different, and I've gone through my changes in public. You know, it's what you see is basically what you get now. This brand, this family money everything brand, is me. This is the definition of Sense. Basically, no matter what your background, no matter what you do as a person, no matter what you choose to do with your life, as long as you put those morals in those orders, family first, money second, everything after. That's I feel like the universal continued blessing.
Told you? I just asked him a simple question and the man is breaking it down.
Nah.
Like, I respect that. But family over money, is that
family money everything?
Where did that come from?
Yo, honestly, I was like, I don't know, like, it's a weird story. Like, I actually literally woke up in the middle of the night with the logo in my head and the phrase family money everything. And then the past 3 years has been kind of just deciding what that means. And within the past, like, maybe 6 to 8 months, I really solidified what that means to me and what I want that to represent for the people who are part of that movement and that brand.
Yeah. So do we take it specifically as it is contextually wise, like family, money, everything? Or is there more of a meaning behind that whole brand?
There's a meaning that we just want people to be able to digest easily, and then there's so many layers to it because there's the individualistic view. What does that mean to you? Like, the first two are clear. Family, money are priorities. These are the things that mean something to everyone in life, and the things that we try and balance, and the things that we struggle with balancing the most. So it's like we're always trying to find a way to take care of our family, but without losing so much time that our family starts to resent us. Like, you know what I mean? It's this constant balancing act. Everything else could either mean everything else comes after those first two things, or it can mean that everything else, you know, just everything else is I don't even remember the other meaning, to tell you honest truth, because it was so long ago. It was like while I was trying to figure it out, right? And but that everything is kind of an anomaly that you can use to apply to your life. And that's why I said anybody from any walk of life. I don't care if you're a gangster, I don't care if you're a police officer, I don't care if you're a school teacher. As long as you put those priorities in your life, I believe whatever divine order is set over this world will protect you.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? And as long as you can carry yourself as a human being.
So aside from a guy who makes a bag of mistakes, clearly you are a musician, you are an artist. He's a rapper, guys. He's a rapper. He is actually.
I sing too, don't.
Oh, he
and
sings
produce.
too. We're gonna get into all of that. But in case you guys are saying, yo, this guy kind of looks familiar, he was one of the artists that was featured in the Untold Truth Cypher Series episode 4. He was with Try Shy and Uzi J. Say it like you're French. Uzi. Dope. He killed it. I honestly fucked with your verse a lot. Like I was telling him before he even got here, like, bruh, Merciless just sent me that whole cipher, and when his part came on, I couldn't even listen to the whole thing. Like I had to listen to like 10 seconds of his verse and go all the way back to the beginning and just listen to it all again. You know what I mean? But it's dope. But as far as you being a musician, like what are some things that you're currently working on? Do you have any projects, any albums, EPs, so on and so forth?
Basically right now I'm in the process of single finding, which is what I would define it as. Like basically I'm dropping singles and I'm just trying to feed the people and let them see that my consistency is not fluke. It's not temporary. It's not, there's something deeper behind this driving this. This isn't going to stop.
Yeah.
So this is just my whole point right now, to prove to people that I can consistently be good.
Yeah.
That good every single time you hear me. And to show you that my crew can be that good every single time you hear them. Yeah. And just show you that we can do this from a level where we can start from scratch. We can start from nothing. Yeah. And we can take it to the industry. This is what my goal is now. I was watching an interview today and somebody said, your goal in this industry should not be to make money. Your goal should be to create a legacy. It should be to leave something that is so unique, so different, so monumental, so pivotal that it creates something that lasts forever wherever you're trying to do it. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be that first one to come all the way from the bottom and get up and be that vehicle for Canadian artists to get US exposure without having to leave. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's what we're working on right now. That's the goal. That's the dream.
Dope.
That's the vision.
And I really fuck with your team. I mean, from who I know that you fuck with is Trevor. I really respect Trevor's grind. Like I love the fact that, and for those of you guys who don't know who the fuck Trevor is, excuse my language. So when I feel really passionate about something, I curse a lot. But Trevor is like one of those guys who's not in it for the money. Like he genuinely wants to support artists. You know what I mean? Like as long as your shit is just conscious and it's pushing and it's good music, and he sees that you as an artist is dedicated to actually push your music and he sees your goals, he's just that kind of guy. It's just like, yo, I'm there with you. I'm gonna support you. I got the links, I got the producers, I got the studios, I got the people to promote your shit, and that's that. I love the fact that he's on your team, and the way that Trevor pushes your music, I totally respect that. You know what I mean? Because when I even met Trevor, the only person he was really pushing was you. Like he was hardcore onto your shit. Like, yo, check out my boy. Like he's dope. You know what I mean? Even that whole video casting call that you had. How do you think I found out about it? I found out through Trevor.
Yo, he is putting in a lot of work, man. He's put in a lot of work, and he's actually, he's really helped make things a lot more fluid with how the company is operating. He's got a really good head on his shoulders, and he's a young man still. You know what I mean? So it's like, and he understands that he doesn't know everything that he needs to know. So, and he's willing to learn, and he's willing to chill and learn that type of stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's so open-minded, so humble. Like, he's a unique individual. He's very, like, special to our family and what we're trying to do, Shout out Toronto, Trev.
Shout out to you, Trev. Shout out. You should be here right now, but you're not. It's okay.
I mean?
But as far as your music and the context of it, like, what is the message behind it? Who is the target that you kind of create your music for, and so on and so forth? Like,
okay, so the message behind the music is it's okay to be human. It is okay to fuck up. It's okay to be evil sometimes, but as long as you understand that you were evil in that moment and there's something that you want to do to change that in the future so that you're not continuing to do those same types of things. It's okay to not completely know who you are, and try and figure that out and try out different things. My message is I don't want to stand above the people. I feel like music for the past couple of years has been standing above the people. It's been a music that says, look at what I got. yo, doesn't it look fun to be me? But it doesn't tell you anything about how to get to that point. It doesn't tell you how to, have confidence in yourself. How many people are going to doubt you to keep your head up? Nobody's talking to us. They're talking at us.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a voice that's missing right now. And not to disrespect any of these two guys, because these guys I have the utmost 100%, 1,000% respect for, and I love these guys, Kendrick and J. Cole. Kendrick and J. Cole, I still feel like, well, at least for me, right? Because I can't speak for the general public, but for me, I feel like it's coming from a position of, I know all these things, and although they still do try and include themselves in the category of the people that need to change, it still feels a little bit like, yo, I have this truth and you guys need to get on board with it.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, I feel like I have the same truth as them, but my message isn't, yo, I have this truth, you should get on board with it. My message is, yo, this is what I'm going through right now. Yo, I struggle with some things. I struggle with some addictions. I struggle with some problems. I struggle with some this, that. I struggle with that, right? But I'm still working on building my divinity. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on building my light.
Yeah. But when you say addictions, what kind of addictions have you come across?
Oh, yo, I have addictive personality. So anything that I do, I will get overly involved in it. And I have a song called Away. And if you've heard it, the first bars are, I've been pill popping too much. I ain't been looking out for anybody but me, and I swear that I'm losing my clutch. And it was like a specific time in my life, and I was going through something very traumatic. It was the first time for me. Like I was going through the process of losing a child, and I didn't understand. I don't know, but for me, like before it had happened to me, I looked at the situations, because I'd heard of situations like this before, and it was like, you go, yo, but it's not really a life. It's like, it's still in those beginning stages, blah, blah, blah. Yo, the pain that I felt in that moment is like, I couldn't logically explain it away.
Yeah.
I already had a thing with Molly, like, I like doing it every once in a while.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with admitting that, or I don't even have a problem with doing it. But like at that point in my life, it became a habitual thing. It was something I was doing every weekend, all weekend, and it was just to hide away from the pain that I was going through, because in my mind, logically, it was like, yo, I shouldn't be feeling this. And then it's like, yo, but your heart's feeling the different thing. And it's like, trying to reconcile the two.
Yeah, I feel like it's a serious battle, like your mind versus your heart.
Yeah,
That's some deep ass shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's like your mind tells you it's wrong, but your heart is telling you, yo, do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck do you do? And sometimes vice versa.
Yeah.
You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? So I feel like that's a constant battle that today humanity is really dealing with. As far as what the solution for that is, I actually don't know, because I'm pretty young, and I feel like I'm one of the people that are kind of going through that mind versus your heart. You know what I mean? And as far as choosing one or the other, I'm kind of stuck in between. Do I follow my heart?
This is what
do I follow my mind?
This is what I don't want people to feel like they have to do. I don't feel like you have. I don't want you to have to feel like you have to choose to be 100% righteous. I don't want to feel like you have to just either choose to be bad or good.
Yeah.
It's a middle road. The world is gray. It is not black and white. There's a image that they try and paint for us of black and white, and these people are on the wrong side and these people are on the right. But when you actually look deeper and behind each set, both of them have their fucked up issues, like the Republicans and the Democrats, like the liberals and the conservatives, like everybody, like government and the streets, government tells you, oh, you're wrong for selling drugs, you're wrong for doing this, you're wrong for doing that, and you're gonna do jail time, but then they'll do the same things, but it's legal. Yeah. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Or they'll give a bunch of tax breaks to rich companies and corporations, and let the poor people go without structure and infrastructure and social assisting programs and all of this type of shit that, like, you know what I mean? So the world's fucked up. It's a gray area, and for us to walk through, especially these times that I see coming ahead of us, it's gonna be a little rocky, in my opinion. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just looking at the future, you can see it's gonna be a little rocky, and it's gonna require some balancing on that borderline. You know what I mean?
You had this quote on your Facebook that I had to. Do you see that repost?
Yeah.
honestly, when I read that quote, Sense, like I had some serious goosebumps because it was the realest shit I've ever read in a whole week. Like, you know what I mean? It basically said, and I'm not saying it exactly word for word, but you basically said that when you judge people, that quote, that when you judge people, you realize that God puts you in the same position of the people that you judge to gain perspective. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know about you. Well, obviously I know about you because you're the one who posted it. But yo, I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Because I could look at somebody and be like, look at this person. Like, what the fuck? Like, how are you sleeping on the street? Like, how does this guy not have a job? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be in a position where it's like, I have no job. Oh my God, I'm stressing. How am I going to pay my bills? Like, when am I going to tell my mom? Like, fuck, how am I going to go grocery shopping and so on and so forth? But in that moment when you're writing that comment, like, what were you going through? What was it that you were feeling? And what, like, encouraged you to make that post publicly?
Yo, see, this is the thing about my posts on Facebook. They're either one of two things. They're either built to be fucking hilarious, or they're built to be super serious. And the reason why it's so super serious isn't because I'm trying to send a message out to the world. These are conversations that I have with myself. So these are things that I say to myself when I'm trying to figure out something, right? So like for example, that moment, it was just realizing that I was now in the exact same situation as somebody who I had judged before, and I had said, yo, how could that person do that? And yo, this person is like, yo, they have no morals for this and that type of shit. And then I ended up in the situation, I was like, yo, so what would I do right now? I'm like, yo, I understood how hard that decision is to make. The decision that they chose not to make. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, yo, I can't really judge a person in that situation no more. And it's like, I just, because I'm so reflective, when something like that happens, I scroll through the Rolodex of issues that have taken place in my mind, and I try and find an identifying point where this was relevant. You know what I mean? And I saw clicks, and it was just like, all right, so what you really got to do is just relax on your views of people, and especially when people let you down and stuff like that. It's like you have to realize, it's just like the Bible said, if you do unto others like you would have them do it unto yourself. So if you want,
Christian, Catholic? What are you?
I am not religious at all. I was raised Seventh-day Adventist about 5 years ago.
So you're more spiritual than religious?
Yeah, I'm very spiritual. Very, very spiritual. But that was the evolution of my strong religious beliefs. You know what I mean? Because I never lost that. I was baptized at 12, which is which is a first for my church in Ontario. Right? They usually don't baptize it. No, I think it was 11 or something, right? What is it? Anyhow, but something around like 15. They usually don't agree to baptize you until then, and I was one of those kids. I'd read my Bible every day, and like I'd know verses, and then the main criteria is you have to be able to explain the message behind the verse. And so I was able to do that at 12 years old. So they're like, all right, we'll let him rock. Like, you know what I mean? But I feel like I've always had this strong pull to something deeper, to something that wants to give me a greater purpose. You know what I'm saying? I've felt that from since I was born, and I've been singing in churches since I was like 3-4 years old, right? So,
like we have the cipher, and it's a rap cipher, and this guy's singing. I'm like, yo, Sense, what are you doing?
I'm just didn't sound like that.
Okay, well, not like that.
Well, let's clarify.
Like, can you give us like, okay, before we wrap up, can you just give us like a little good 15-20 seconds of your vocals, just for like all the ladies and, you know, maybe all the men that like are kind of into you.
Whoa! Tell the man, lock off the radio right now, dog.
But just for those viewers who are curious to hear your vocals and whatnot, can we get a little some?
Let's give them something.
All right.
I was born by the river. Oh, in a little tent. And oh, just like that river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long A long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes, it will. It gets deeper. That's one of my favorite
so
songs
you're
to
still
sing.
singing though, right?
Oh,
Like, you're still singing?
absolutely.
Okay.
There's nothing that gives me the feeling that singing gives.
Dope.
And there's nothing that gives me the feeling that
I would
rapping
love to
does.
hear that from you. Like, I like to hear some tracks where you're both rapping and singing.
Yeah, you
Like, you know
gotta
how some
start.
artists have like verses and then they'll have like a feature.
Yeah.
Like, I would see you being your own feature. On your own song.
I am all the time.
Yeah.
It's-
Dope. So how do we find you, Sense? Like, what's your Instagram, your Facebook, so on and so forth?
I could give you all of that, but I could just give you one thing, and it's centralized, and it's the place where I advertise all of the talent on the label. So I'd rather do that, so you can go and find what you like. FMEforever.com. That is FMEforever.com.
Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning
Yep.
in with The Untold Truth. We
Yep.
are here again with your boy, Sense. Make sure you check out his music. Make sure you check out the most latest things that's taking place in his life. He's such an intellectual individual, you know what I mean? So as far as you people
Not
who are
really, I just
very
pretend.
interested, hush, hush. I'm giving you a long conclusion right now. I wasn't able to give you a long intro, so you're getting a long conclusion.
Thank you.
But at the end of the day, for those of you folks who are curious about certain things and so on and so forth, this is the guy to holla at. You know what I mean? He goes by the name of Sense, FMEforever.com. You already know. Peace and love.
Like, ooh, pop a pill and make the pain fade. Like, what problem that was yesterday? Man, this night might get away. Too much mixing up the chemicals. I'm tipping and I'm tapping. Like, I don't know who's black man getting shot at by the captain. Or I don't know, this shit is getting darker than a canyon. Just pass another cup of it, don't matter, I don't give a fuck. Fuck, shorty called me daddy and it threw me off a second. I'm like, where the fuck is he? How did you get here? I need to know, oh Lord, I got a daughter. I don't ever wanna see her lose respect here. Foot down till we see the light. Shine harder till we so bright. I just wanna live life. So tonight we gonna get right. We gon' get right. We gon' get right.